Today I'm gonna build an exhaust system for my 640cc swapped Himalayan from Temu. What could go wrong? There's actually so much room for activity here, we might even actually go for double exhaust. Kinda have an idea, I cannot wait to show it to you. And that for sure is gonna be the first on Himalayan ever. All these big YouTubers are building insane things from Temu. If it's that good, why not me too buy the piece of the cake, right?
With my bank account for once firmly agreeing with me, I found the least janky looking exhaust, doubled down and hit pay. And here's how we're gonna do this.
I got a set of original KTM headers and basically my plan is to cut a few of these bends and hopefully end up with a full exhaust for the Himalayan. Oh boy, and we're gonna have to be pretty creative around here because nothing really fits. Bottom tube, the radiator doesn't fit. This fitting right here is gonna have to go somewhere else. And the exhaust exit itself, guys, you're gonna want to see that solution. Alright, the Temu packages have arrived and you kind of never really know what to expect from these things because they might be half decent, they might be horrible, most of the time they're horrible. Let's dig into it, guys. Alright, this little one you're gonna have to stick around to see what's in there, so we put this one aside and we get into these ones. Packaged pretty well. Oh, it's very small. Okay, boys, you ready? Just give it to me already. Come on. Ooh. Okay. Look at that. Original Akrapovic. 50 euros. The most important part here is to cut as little as possible, to have the least amount of possible work and obviously to have the least amount of my welds. The problem, however, is here. This is the radiator mounts, but as you can see here, the tube hits the bottom exhaust pipe. We will need to cut this off and relocate it lower to go kind of here and meet the exhaust port there.
No one's ever done this before, so there's no better way than to just get right into it and start cutting things left and right.
My favorite part, angle management. As you can see, the radiator now fits well and can go wherever it needs to go. Cut this one here and this one here and rotate this joint so that the tubes exit sideways like this. One here and one there, like this.
My biggest fear is that I cut both of these exhaust manifolds into hundreds of pieces on the floor that don't fit together like that puzzle from your childhood.
First piece, we will tack weld it in and we'll see how it looks. 1, 2, 3, don't look. Okay, look at this magic.
At this point, I was high on beginner's luck. Everything I was cutting fit together great, and I thought it's gonna be an easy job.
The other problem here is this. If the suspension contracts, will it not touch the heads? We're gonna have to drop the forks to as low as they go. And we need to see if the wheel will hit them or not, because if the wheel hits them, then we have mission abort, obviously. I am very concerned. Now, let's unbolt these and let's see. Well, for once, I'm actually glad that I was kind of wrong. I've contracted it as high as it could possibly go, and we are good. We have about 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters of space. Alright, with this stressor out of the way, I think let's build the exhaust. I wasn't about to tell you before, but I cannot wait, guys. The most important thing about this exhaust is that it's gonna be a valved exhaust. I will be able to have a loud and quiet exhaust. And in comes Temu exhaust valve. Imagine that there's one exhaust and the other exhaust, okay? One exhaust would be very loud and the other one would be quiet. And in the loud exhaust there will be this separator. And they would press the button, it would open and allow to connect the loud exhaust. And then you press the button, this closes and the exhaust comes only from this side, and which is quiet. Basically, we're gonna make the Himalayan a Lamborghini. Himalayan. I want to see it move. I want to see you move it. If I connect these, hopefully this moves. If it's not broken or whatever, or I die. Now it's open. Now the Himalayan will be super loud, okay? I'm thinking this. This is gonna come in. Maybe here, I don't know. So it will be there, and hopefully with the press of the button, with the absolute magic sauce, the bike would become police acceptable. Let's continue with the chop chops.
And now the real marathon of cutting, welding and measuring begins. I cut the manifold near the exhaust exit to move it as close as possible to the frame. Somehow this part was way easier than expected, which I can't say about the rest of it. And honestly, it looks great on the bike, kind of like it was originally meant to be there.
I was about to weld this one in, and good that I checked because I didn't realize I'm gonna have to take it off. And if it's all welded in one piece, I would never take it off. I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit and weld this connection here instead. Phew, that was a crisis averted. Would be a real sad moment there.
And all these twisty and turny tubes don't leave any space for the grinding wheel, so I need to finish it off with a hacksaw, which is a returning theme in this video. I'm thinking of patenting a new move. It's called the freehand welding. Apart from that, it actually came out pretty good and the tubes fit. Next up is the longer tubes, and this is where the real problem started. It looks good now, but oh boy, did I mess around with this for 2 days.
Well, good morning to you, gentlemen. It is early as heck. We are back here trying to get some work done. We need to figure out how to hang the exhaust. I've moved things around and this is where I've ended up. I'm not 100% yet on it. It's really weird. It looks good in pictures, but I don't love it in person. However, I'll cut in a small tube here, I weld it in on the inside and connect it here like this. It's gonna be perfect. I don't think we need anything more than that. It's a small exhaust, it's pretty light. The tube and this will hold it together perfectly.
Although this might appear easy peasy, the exhaust hangers are very important and need to be aligned perfectly for the bike to look as I want it to.
Just gotta make this a little more presentable, otherwise it's ugly. Oh yes, baby. And that will do. Let's clamp it up and weld it in. Alright. I think I like this. I think this is gonna work out just fine.
A quick few beats later, the hanger was on, and y'all cannot tell me that my welds have not improved. It's like day and, well, afternoon at least.
Well, yeah, freaking tell me if you ever seen a Himalayan like that. Oof! This looks saucy. Oh man, I can already hear the brops, the just dramatic music. After some consideration has come to my attention that both of these exhausts are the same size. You know how if there are two, they would need to mirror? Well, they don't. Like this mount is not centered at all, so that means that the mount for this is gonna have to be different. Alright, I made this mumbo jumbo bracket kind of thing. It's not beautiful, but this will have to do. Gonna place it here and weld it in. Oof, wait, that's gonna be a powerful backhand. Y'all love powerful backhands, don't you? I know. I'm sorry for this heat-up, no hard feelings, right? What better test that it doesn't burn?
The left side bracket was considerably more difficult to make, so I needed to heat it up and give it a little bit of persuasion to have the correct angle of the exhaust. It sure did put up a fight, but we came out on top, boys.
That worked a treat, except there was something plastic behind it. I think I just melted the key mechanism for the seat. God damn it. So this is already looking half decent. We're almost there. Ha!
It's Saturday, people are going to the beach, having fun, and we're just casually committing crime here.
I think I got enough. Let's get out of here. Like my great-great-grandfather would say, son, one step forward, two steps back. I don't really like how it sits, so let's bend this into obedience.
I watched plenty of YouTube videos where some magicians manipulate tubes like snake whisperers. The plan here is pretty simple. Fill the tube with sand, close both ends off, and it should prevent the pipe from wrinkling up in the middle and becoming ugly. Sounds simple on the paper. Let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed it actually works as that, as it's never worked out for me quite yet, but we're gonna try.
Not having any round tubes big enough to improve the leverage for the bend did not help either.
2 hours later.
All I achieved is pancake the pipe slightly in the middle. Disappointing.
Okay boys, I give up. What a waste of 2 hours. Damn it. If there's any tube bender pros out there, just let me know in the comments. What do you think am I doing wrong? Because this is the third time I'm trying this and it's not going well. Change of plan looks like this. I have this tube and I need to basically weld it there. And you might be wondering what's gonna happen here at the back. We're gonna cut the frame and box it out. Yeah, you might think I'm crazy. In Latvian we say that the world belongs to the crazy. Give me the world. Actually, you know what? Remember, I have a Patreon. You can click on the link below. And also you can click on the join on the bottom there and support the channel that way as well. As always, guys, remember, I thank you a lot for any type of support. You cannot, you don't have to. Thanks anyway. It's time for lunch break, guys. I'm gonna
have my lunch here, serenity in peace, and go back to cutting and welding. Halfway asleep after the lunch break, I prepared the last bits of the exhaust piping to reach the frame rail. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a real pain.
This, by the way, don't do this at home. We're gonna have to freaking cut the frame. This will help me notch the frame. I think I saw this on TikTok.
This TikTok wisdom didn't really work quite as well as I planned, but at the end of the day, we got it done anyway.
Well, as you know, Himalayan chassis is already horrible, so I'm just gonna cut it in half. Why not?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I will eventually reinforce the frame of the Himalayan. Cutting this huge hole in the frame was pretty painful. As some of you might remember, initially I was planning to build this bike in a way that I can remove all modifications and make it stock. Well, that's not gonna happen.
Well, the devil's deed has been done. Now we just need to prepare a tube to weld it shut. It will kind of look like this. The good old classic paper template with those dirty hands. Now we just cut it out. Actually, I also prepared this other one, which will go on the inside of the other one, like pantalones, just to have that extra thickness. Fingers crossed, let's weld it in.
At this point, I was struggling with something called stick-out burn-back. It turned out to be a combination of stick-out being too long, the weld being too hot, and the wire speed being too slow. We learn something new every day.
I am telling you guys, this is no simple task at all. Nothing fits anywhere. Somebody told me that I should make a t-shirt about it. You guys let me know in the comments. Should I make a t-shirt? Nothing fits anywhere? Here we need a straight tube. However, the angle of this is too low, so we'll need to cut it at the highest point, and the angle of this is, however, too high. So we'll need to do the cheating half moon cut on the bottom and bend it back down and weld it shut. Ooh boy, this is crazy complicated. I thought might as well take the girl outside and have a proper good look at it. Look at that thing. Oof. From every angle it just looks naughty. You've never seen a Himalayan like this. Never.
I know I'm leaving you on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but if you're curious to hear the mighty Himalayan, tune in for the next episode. Love you all, guys.
So if this is the type of content you like, make sure you click that subscribe button, leave a comment for the video, and as usual, stay tough, motherfuckers.